has asked the question, we've been looking for a home in the Austin area for the past month. I realize it's the holidays, but there are so few homes for sale, we're not sure what we can find as far as a home before February. Help, please. And you know, we're a typical buyer, right? They look out there and they're like, there's nothing for sale. What do? We need to be in a home by February. Well, here's two things. One, and I'll let Perry talk after I go through this, what you have to realize is there's, in the foreclosure world, they call this shadow inventory. There is a lot of inventory that real estate agents, because I know I'm aware of it, I know you are too, Perry, is going to be for sale between now and February. We know people are putting them on the market. It's not for sale now. So, Julia, your best bet is to get with an agent that will be aggressive, that will, frankly, make some phone calls if they are not aware of it in their own inventory to other agents in their office, other agents around the market that work in those particular areas you're interested in, and find out what they have coming up. And you may end up going into a contract on a house that's not even on the market yet. There is a lot of that occurs in January, and then we also see a big influx by about the second week of January of new listings. What would you advise for Julia, Perry?
So, big thing that we talk about over and over again is specialization. There are people who know people in certain areas. Like there's an agent named Denise Bodman here who knows every single person in the 360 condos. If it's not on the market, she would send out an email to every one of those people and find a person who's ready, willing, and able to sell a place. She has done many sales like that. Kevin, you know that Circle C market better than most. There's either a couple condo projects downtown that I could help out with people. So
right.
Connecting with people in the know is vital in today's business. It is the difference between you renting and wasting your money or buying something that no one else knows is on the market. There are things that pop up every day, and there's the difference. If you don't know anybody in that certain area, then you may have to go with Plan B, which is focus and find an agent that knows how to keep on top of the market, who will text message you during your busy day and say, hey, this one is ready. I've set the appointment to show you today at 5 when you get off of work. And this is how proactive you need to be in certain areas. It could really mean a difference for you.
Well, and I know, Perry, you're probably doing this too. I'm taking listings that won't be live until between now and February, that people will entertain private showings, but they aren't necessarily focused on wanting to have it in the MLS, and they're not focusing on the marketing of their listing during the holidays. So if Julia's just looking around the internet, she's missing the majority of what I call the private inventory. And that's something that she should definitely hire an agent, if you will. It doesn't cost her anything as a buyer to hire an agent. And she needs to get an agent that, like you said, will be aggressive and allow her to see the inventory that's not actually out actively on the market right now. Anything else you got for her as we wrap up today?
No, I was talking to you earlier about one of my condos not appraising. I think that may be something we'll want to chat about next week, how the techniques that we can use for condos or homes that don't appraise or just underneath value.
Right. We should definitely talk about that next week. I mean, it's going to be our last week leading into the Christmas to New Year's holiday, and we'll make sure that we have a little special episode about valuation, because if you're a buyer or a seller, if you're working with an agent who doesn't have a lot of experience with valuation issues, especially in a market where prices are changing, you could run into problems. And even experienced agents like you and I, Perry, have to deal with this. And we'll talk a little bit about how we, strategize. Sometimes we work with our peers. Sometimes we collectively, think out of the box to help appraisers come up with values. So, yeah, we'll definitely cover that next week.
Look forward to it. Thanks. And next week is the last one of the season, huh?
Well, we're coming up on the, I need to look at the calendar and see, but we're definitely getting close to, it'll be almost time for next year.
Wow. Good luck.
Can you believe that? It went by fast. It goes by fast, doesn't it? So, if you look at it, I tell you what, we've got a Monday, which is because we record these on Monday. We've got a Monday that is Christmas Eve. So you and I may just get on here and wish everybody a Christmas a great Christmas, and then we get a New Year's Eve, in which case we can do our New Year's Eve, especially.